While purchasing the goods, you're making a cash payment, your cash, it is going out from the business. So as I said earlier, cash is the real account. So when we pay salaries to the employees, it is one expenses to the business. So that all the expenses that comes under the nominal account. So cash is coming into the business. So that means you will debit the cash account. Always sales will be the credit since it is one income. Hello my dear students, welcome to the session. My name is Kripamdi, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Gate College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So we're discussing fundamentals of financial accounting for the first semester BCom. So your first unit, that is the conceptual framework of accounting. So in the previous session, we have seen some of the basic term. What is accounting, accounting cycle, and what are the norms of the account and what are the rules for the debit and credit, and importantly what are the accounting concepts and the convention. So moving on to the next that we have, it is the how to pass the journal entries. So given in the business transactions or the financial transaction, how to pass the journal entries, so that we will see it in the today's session. So first we'll see the first question. Journalize the following transaction in the books of Miss Amrita for the year 2024. So here we have for the year 2024 in the books of Amrita, for the month of Jan, what are the various financial transactions that has been done in that month? It is given here. So for each transactions, we have to pass the journal entries. So before we pass the journal entries, we need to be sure about what are the real accounts, what are the personal account, and what are things that comes under the nominal account. And we'll apply these rules for the various accounts or the various debit and credit entries. So here, so the first transactions that we have, Miss Amrita commenced the business with the cash 50,000, with machinery 1 lakh and building 1,50,000. So the first transaction, Miss Amrita commenced the business. So when the business is started, they had a cash worth of rupees 50,000 and there is a building worth of 1,50,000 and machinery it is 1 lakh. So here in these transactions, we can clearly make out that there are three assets that is coming into the business. One, it is cash, it is coming into the business, and there is machinery and there is building which is coming into the business. So that is the asset. So that comes under the real account. And through which, so that we call it as a capital. When the business is starting or the commencing, so these are the things they are investing in the business. So that we call it as a capital. So the asset, we have asset coming into the business through the capital. So likewise, in each transactions, what are the things that is involved? We need to identify that thing. What are the impact of that transaction, under which it comes, whether it comes under real, personal or the nominal. So when we identify these things, then we'll apply the debit and credit rule. So that is what we need to do when we journalize the transaction. And now I'll just simply explain the columns that we need. So your journal column here, one it is your date column, then one particulars, then LF, that is the ledger folio column, and two amount column, one it is debit column and one it is credit column. This is how your format of journal entries will look like. So now we'll start the solution. First we'll write in the books of Amrita. In the books of Amrita, we are writing the journal entries. Journal entries. So here the period mentioned here, it is for the year 2024. So for the year 2024, for the month of Jan, we are passing the journal entries. So now we'll see chronological order. So whenever we pass the journal entries, that is in the chronological order we'll pass. So each day, what is the transactions that we had? So for that each transactions, we'll pass the journal entries. So the first transaction that we have on 1st Jan. So here date, it is on 1/1/2024. So the business is commenced, or Amrita commenced business with the cash 50,000, machinery 1 lakh, building 1,50,000. So these three are the asset, that is your cash, building and machinery. So these three are the asset that comes under the real account. So the real account rules, what it says, the debit what comes into the business. So here when the business is started, 50,000 through cash it is coming into the business. Machinery 1 lakh it is coming into the business, and building worth of 1,50,000 they are coming into the business. So your debit will be cash account debtor, cash account debtor, then we have machinery account debtor. Another asset we have, it is building account debtor. So debit are the all the asset. So debit what comes into the business. So these are three assets that coming into the business through which, so whatever they are starting, when we found the business, when the business is starting, whatever the asset they are investing or the cash they are bringing into the business, so that we call it as a term that is used, it is capital. So all these are through capital it is coming into the business. So to capital account. So what is the amount? Your cash, it is 50,000. Debit side amount, cash 50,000. Then we have machinery, it is 1 lakh. Then we have building worth of rupees 1,50,000. So the total amount that goes to the credit, so that goes to the capital, so that is 50,000 plus 1,50,000. Total capital they have, it is 3 lakh. So this is the first transaction. So now we'll write the narration. So sometimes for the traditional technique that they use, they used to have to write that being. So nowadays the modern accountant, what they say that instead of following the English grammatical things, they need to maintain the accuracy of the accounts while passing the journal entries. So some of the modern accountant, they'll skip writing the being. Some of the traditional accountant, they'll still follow writing the being when we write the narration. So here we can write, or else we can skip writing being, the term being in the narration. So simply we can write that business commenced. Narration, business commenced with cash. Business commenced with cash, machinery and building. So this is the narrations that we write. So after your first transactions, then moving on to the next. So next we have on Jan 2nd. Purchased goods for cash 10,000. So there is two things involved. One, it is goods purchased. So there is involvement of purchase, and to that purchase you are making a payment. So that is through cash. So always your purchase means what? You are spending your amount for purchasing some any raw materials or getting any things to the business. So that means purchase always is an expenses. So that means your purchase comes under the nominal account. So what it says? Purchase all expenses and the losses. So purchase account will be debited. So the nominal account debit rules says all the debit is all the expenses and the losses. To purchase that goods, you are making the cash payment. So while purchasing the goods, you are making a cash payment. Your cash, it is going out from the business. So as I said earlier, cash is the real account. So real account credit rule, cash is what? Credit is what? Going out from the business or going out of the business. So here for the purchase of goods, you are making a cash. So cash will be credit, purchase account will be debit. So the transactions then we have it is on Jan 2nd, 2024, purchase account debtor to cash account. So the goods purchased worth of rupees 10,000. So the narration, goods purchased for cash. Goods purchased for cash. So this is the second transaction. Moving on to the next. Next we have on Jan 5th, purchased goods from Mohan on credit. So the same transactions, again here also we have purchased goods from Mohan, but it is on credit. We did not, that is the Amrita, Miss Amrita, they did not make the payment immediately. It is the credit purchase. So what will be the entry? So always remember, purchase in an expenses, it will be a debit. Purchase account always will be a debit entry. So here instead of cash, so this is the credit purchase. So that means what? We will open an account in the name of Mohan. So we are, or the business that is due, our business has to pay to the Mohan in future. So that means in the name of Mohan, one account will be opened. So the entry will be on 5th 1 2024, purchase account data to Mohan account, to Mohan's account. So the amount here 6,000. So the purchase account data, debit column 6,000, then credit column it is 6,000. So narration being purchased goods on credit. Purchased goods on credit. So this is the fifth transaction. So always remember, purchase is an expenses, always will be a debit. One more thing it is that when the purchase of particular asset is given, for example, purchase of machinery. So at that time, we instead of purchase account, we'll write the particular asset account. For example, purchased machinery for rupees 10,000. So through the purchase, your machinery, that is one asset that is coming into the business. So machinery, one asset, it comes under the real account. So debit what comes into the business. So your machinery account data to cash account. So whenever there is a purchase, two things you need to remember. One thing, purchases and expenses always will be debit. Suppose what is the asset purchase? If it is mentioned, then that asset account will be debited. If no asset is mentioned what is purchased, so then the purchase account will be opened. So this is the fifth transaction. Then we have on Jan 7th, paid into bank 5,000. So that means business, Miss Amrita, she paid amount to the bank. So here you have there is involvement of two things. One, it is there is bank, and you paid the amount to the bank. So that means what? Your cash is involved here. So the cash worth of 5,000 you deposited or you paid to the bank. So the bank means it is one artificial person. So the personal account, it comes under the personal account. So the personal account debit rules what? Debit is the receiver and credit is the giver. So bank account, here it is bank is receiving your amount. So the bank account will be debit. So to the bank you are paying the cash from the business. So that means your cash is going out of the business. So cash is a real account. So the credit rules what? Credit what? Goes out. So cash is moving out of the business. So the entry will be bank account data to cash account. So on 7th 1/24, bank account data to cash account. So the amount here it is 5,000. So the debit column 5,000, same credit column it is 5,000. So the narration you can write amount paid to bank. Paid into bank. Next, after 7th we have Jan 10th, purchased furniture. So here it is 2,000. So purchased furniture, one thing it is there is a purchase transaction, and what is the asset they purchase, it is given or it is mentioned in the transaction. So there is a purchase of furniture. So that means what? Furniture is an asset. Furniture is coming into your business. So the furniture account data, to that purchase that furniture, you paid the cash. So cash is going out. So furniture account data to cash account. So that we will write it here. So the date of transaction we have is on Jan 10. So 10/1/2024, furniture account debtor. To purchase that furniture, there is a cash payment. So cash account will be debited. So the amount here mentioned it is 2000. So narration being furniture purchased for cash. So moving on to the next transaction. So on Jan 20th, we have sold goods to Suresh on credit. So what are the things what are the impact that we have from this transaction? There is a sale of goods to Suresh. So that means there is a sale of goods to Mr. Suresh. So but it is a credit sale. So the sale, it is a credit sale. So that means what? Sale is an income, that is a revenue generating. So that comes under your nominal account. So nominal account credit rules, it is credit all incomes and the gain. So sales is a nominal account credit. So sales comes under the credit entry to sales account. But here it is a credit sale. That means when you sell the goods, immediately you did not get the payment from Suresh. So if you have sold goods for cash, that means cash you are getting, cash is coming into, so you will write the debit entry cash account. But here it is a credit sale, so you will open account in the name of Suresh. So that means Suresh is due to pay to the business. So that means Suresh account, in the name of Suresh, you will open an account. So Suresh account debtor to sales account. So sales is a revenue or income, always it comes under nominal account. The rule, it is debit all expenses, credit all income. So sales account will be, so the date of transaction, it is on 20th/1/2024. Instead of cash, you will write Suresh account debtor to sales account. To sales account. Why it is Suresh account? There is a credit sale. That means you will open in the name of, open an account in the name of Suresh. In the future, he has to pay the amount to the business. So here to sales account. So what is the amount here? It is 5,000. So narration, goods sold to Suresh on credit. On credit. Next transactions that we have on Jan 25th, cash sales. If here again we have the sale transaction, but it is a cash sale. So as I said earlier, sales always will be the credit entry because it is one income. But here by selling the goods, you are immediately receiving the cash. So that means there is involvement of cash and the sale. So cash is coming into the business. So the cash account will be debited. And through which? Through sales, the income it is coming. So cash account debtor to sales account, it is 3,500. So on 25th/1/2024, cash account debtor to sales account. It is 3,500. So narration, goods sold for cash. Next we have on 26th transaction, paid to Apurva on account, it is 3,000. So here amount is being paid to Apurva. So that means your payment is making from the business. The cash is going. Who is receiving here? So the Apurva is the one who is receiving the amount. So the Apurva here, that comes as a personal account. Apurva, comes under the personal account. So the personal account rule says debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So Apurva, she's receiving the amount from the business. So the debit Apurva's account data. 2, you are making a payment, means your cash is moving out. So Apurva's account data 2, cash account 3000. So date of transaction here it is 26th 124. That is Apurva's account data. To cash account. So it is amount here that we have 3000. Narration, amount paid to Apurva. So the last transactions that we have, it is on Jan 31st, paid salary 2800. So the paid salary, that means what? You paid the amount. So there is cash is going out of the business. So paid to what? It is paid for salary. So here salary, it is one expenses. So when we pay salaries to the employees, it is one expenses to the business. So that all the expenses that comes under the nominal account. So the nominal account rules, debit all expenses. So your salary account will be debited. To what? So for the salary, you're making the payment to cash. So cash is going out. So to cash account. So on 31st transaction that we have, 31st 124, salary account data, to cash account. So the amount paid here, it is 2800. 2800. So now we have done with all the transactions here. So the narration for this being salary paid through cash. So now we have passed all the journal entries. So now we'll do the total here. So the total debit side will be 3,37,300. So same amount here on the credit side, it is 3,37,300. So this will be the total. Debit side equals to credit side 3,37,300. So this is how we'll pass the journal entries for this financial transaction. So in the same way, we'll go on to the second illustration. So see the question here. Pass the journal entries in the books of Miss Swati for the year 2025. So here in the books of Swati, we have to pass the journal entries for the year 2025 for the month of Jan. What are the various transactions they have carried? For all the transactions, we have to pass the journal entries. So we'll the solution part. So in the books of Miss Swati, journal entries. So here we are preparing or you are passing the journal entries for the year 2025 for the month of Jan. So what are the transactions? First we have on Jan 1st, business started with cash 8 lakh. So we have one asset coming into the business when the business is started or when the business is commencing, that is cash. So that means what? Here we have involvement of cash. So cash is a real account. So debit rules what it says, cash debit what comes into the business. So here cash worth of 8 lakh it is coming into the business. So that will be debit, cash account data. So that is what we call, so that is through the capital it is coming into the business. So your entry will be on 1/125 cash account data to capital account. So the amount it is here 8 lakh. Amount is here 8 lakh. So when the business is commencing, they are bringing an amount or cash of rupees 8 lakh into the business. So that whatever the amount is brought by the owner to the business, that is what we call it as a capital. So capital always is a liability. That means the business is liable to pay to the owners. So here cash account debtor to capital account. Narration being business commenced. Business commenced with cash. With cash. Next we have on Jan 4th, purchased goods for cash. So as I said earlier, there is a purchase transaction. Purchase is an expenses. So purchase will be debit. So the immediate cash is paid. So cash is going out. So the credit entry will be cash account. So purchase account debtor to cash account 80,000. So on 1/4/1/2025, purchase account debtor is account debtor to cash account. So the amount here that is 80,000. Narration being goods purchased for cash. Goods purchased for cash. Next transaction we have on Jan 7th. There is a credit sales of rupees 1,20,000 to Saraswati. So the Swati Limited or the Swati, they have sold goods to Miss Saraswati on credit. So the sales is always an income. So that comes under the nominal account credit. So the credit all incomes and the gains. So the credit will be to sales account. So here it is the credit sale. You did not, or the Miss Swati, she did not immediately get the cash. So in the name of Saraswati, you will open the account. So the debit will be Saraswati account debtor to sales account. So on Jan 7th, 1/2025, Saraswati account debtor to sales account. So the amount here 1,20,000. 1,20,000. Narration goods sold to Saraswati. Goods sold to Saraswati on credit. Suppose if it is a cash sales, the business might have received the immediate cash. So you will write the cash account debtor because cash is coming into the business through sales. But here in this transaction, there is no cash sales. It is a credit sales. Later they will get the cash. So that means what? In the name of Saraswati, they will open an account. So Saraswati account debtor to sales account. Next transaction that we have on Jan 10th, purchased equipment for rupees 95,000 from Nitya. So whether it is a cash purchase or a credit purchase, it's not mentioned. So we'll assume that it is a cash purchase. So there is a purchase of office equipment for rupees 95,000. So the entry will be, so what is the asset they are purchasing? Equipment. That is mentioned in the question. So that is considered as one asset. So asset is coming into the business. So that means on Jan 10th, 2025, office equipment account debtor to cash account. So the amount here it is 95,000. 95,000. Narration office equipment purchased. Office equipment purchased. Office equipment purchased for cash. Next transactions that we have on Jan 12th. Issued check for rent rupees 5,000. So here rent is being paid, that is through the check. So that means what here? Rent is on one expenses that comes under the nominal account. So that will be the debit. Debit all expenses. What is being paid here? It is rent. So your rent account will be debited. So to what? So here cash is not paid through cash. It is paid through check. So check has to go through the bank. So that means what? Rent account debtor to bank account. Because here there is an involvement of check. So that means for the collection of check, that has to be go through the bank. So rent is being paid, rent account data, rent is an expenses, so that will be the debit. To, instead of cash here, to bank account that will come. So the date of transaction, it is on 12th 1/25, rent account data to bank account. So here amount it is 5,000. 5,000. So the narration, rent paid through check. Next we have 15th transaction, opened a current account with SBI and deposited rupees 50,000. So what is the entry that will come here? So one thing it is, you're making the payment to the bank. So that means you're depositing the amount to the bank. So the bank here, it is the receiver. Bank is receiving your money through the deposit. So the bank is the receiver. So that means your bank, it comes under the personal account. So the personal account rule is debit is the receiver. So you're making the payment, you're depositing your amount, means your cash, it is moving out of your business to the bank. So the bank account is the receiver debit entry, so the to cash account. So that means on 15th 25, we have bank account data to cash account. So here the business is, they opened an account in the bank. To open that account, they deposited their money. So that means bank is receiving your money. So the bank account data to cash account. So what is the amount here we have? It is 50,000. Narration, account opened. Account open in the bank. Next transaction that we have on 18th. Commission due from Meghana, rupees 3,500. So what is the meaning of this? Commission is due from Meghana. So that means Meghana, she has to pay the commission to your business. So that means you are receiving a commission from Meghana. So commission receiving, that means what? You are receiving one income through commission. So the commission received or the commission you are receiving, that is one income that you are receiving that comes under the nominal account. So it will be the credit. To commission account, that is the credit entry. So it is due. It is not immediately paid by Meghana. So she will pay in the future date. So that is due from Meghana. So that means what? Who is paying you? Meghana. So in the future, she will make the payment. So that means immediately you did not get the cash. So it is the outstanding from Meghana. So you will open an account in the name of Meghana, that is 3,500. So your entry will be on 18th 1/25, Meghana account data to commission account. So why commission? It is credit, commission receiving. You are receiving one income through commission. That is the nominal account credit. So nominal account rules, it says credit all incomes and the gains. So here it is due from Meghana. Immediately the cash, it is not received by the business. So it will paid later. So that means Meghana's account that will be debited. Meghana's account data to commission account. So what is the amount here? We have, it is 3,500. So being commission, here narration, commission is due, commission due from Meghana. So the next entry that we have on 20th, drew cash for personal use, rupees 70,000. So this is important here. Whenever the amount, it is withdrawn by the owners from the business for their personal use, so that is the term that we call here, that is the drawings. Whenever the owners there, they use the business money for their personal use, or when they withdraw the money from the business for their personal use, so that we call it as drawing. So drawing means for the business, it is kind of expenses. So the drawings account data to what? Your cash is moving out of the business. So the drawings account data to cash account. So here 20th transaction, 125. So the drawings account data. Why we are debiting this amount is withdrawn. That is one expenses, considered as an expenses. So the drawings account data 2. So your through the withdrawal, cash is going out of the business. So to cash account. So what is the amount involved here? That is 70,000. So the narration, amount withdrawn from business for personal use. Next, on 22nd, cash sale. So there is a sale of goods for cash. So whenever there is a cash sales, the business is going to receive the cash immediately. So cash is coming into the business. So that means you will debit the cash account. Always sales will be the credit since that is one income. So on 22nd, 125. So cash account data to sales account. So here cash account data to sales account amount here it is 1,30,000. So narration, goods sold for cash. Sold for cash. Next we have on 24th received cash from Saraswati, rupees 80,000. So previously here you have sold goods to Saraswati worth of rupees 1,20,000. Now on 27th she is making a payment to the business, that is on 24th she paid 80,000 to the business. So that means what? Your cash, it is coming into the business from Saraswati. So Saraswati is your giver. Saraswati means it is on the personal account. Personal account credit rule. Credit is the giver. Saraswati is making payment to the business. So cash is coming into the business. So this is the real account. Debit entry will be cash account to Saraswati account. So that means on 24th 1/2025 cash account data. So who is making the payment here? Saraswati. So the Saraswati is the giver. It will be a credit entry, Saraswati account. So the amount here it is 80,000. So the narration, cash paid by Saraswati. Saraswati. Next we have 25th transaction, paid salary to sales manager rupees 35,000. So that means here you have involvement of salary, one expenses is being paid and there is the cash 35,000 is moving out of the business. So that means what? Salary, one expenses that comes under nominal account, debit all the expenses. So salary account data 2. So you are making a payment. So the cash is moving out of the business. So to cash account 35,000. So on 25th 1/25 salary account data to cash account. So the amount here 35,000. 35,000. So the narration, salary paid. Salary paid to sales manager. So the next transaction that we have, on 27th, goods returned by Saraswati for damage, rupees 8,000. So that means what here? Previously you have sold goods to Saraswati on 7th. Out of that goods, some of the goods that she found damaged and she returned to the business. So that means it is a one kind of sales return. So sales return means what? Your income, it is reduced. So sales is an income. When the sales return it is there, it is income reduced like a loss. So whenever there is a goods return for the damage, it is considered as loss. So that means it comes under the nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. So sales return by Saraswati, here it is sales return account will be debited. From whom it is returned? So from Saraswati. So Saraswati is sending the goods. So here Saraswati account will be credited. So on Jan 27th, 125, sales returns account debtor. Sales returns account debtor to Saraswati account. The account. So the amount here it is 8,000. So narration here being goods returned by Saraswati due to damage. Saraswati due to damage. Next we have on 29th, check paid to Nitya rupees 70,000 on account. So here it is payment of check. So that means it has to go through the bank. So who is receiving? So it is paid to Nitya. Nitya is receiving. So the debit is the receiver. Nitya means that comes under the personal account. So Nitya is the receiver. So Nitya's account debtor. So 2, you are not paying the cash, you are paying through the check. So that means it has to go through the bank. So the Nitya's account debtor to bank account. So that means on 29th, Nitya's account debtor to bank account. So what is the amount here? It is 70,000. So narration being check paid to Nitya. Next, last one we have on 30th, bank charges rupees 2,000. So the bank charges amount it is 2,000. So the bank charges is an expenses. So the debit entry, bank charges account debtor to whom we are paying, that is to pay to the bank. So the bank is the receiver. So that means what? Bank charges account debtor to bank account. To bank account. So here the amount is 2,000. It is 2,000. So the narration being bank charges paid. So this is how we journalize all the transactions. So we need to identify what are the two impact in the each transaction, under which account it comes, whether it comes under real, nominal and personal. Accordingly, we'll apply the debit and credit rule. So this is all about how we journalize the transaction. So next sessions we'll discuss about the trial balance. How do we prepare the unadjusted trial balance? So this is all about your today's sessions. I hope you all understood how do we pass the journal entries. So we all meet in the next session. Thank you.